since it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that way we could open it and play with it, and then hopefully tire us out a little bit.
I don't know, Robert. I think it'd be all right if they open one present each.
Middle of the winter, I pull up in a vert. It's the middle of December, she pulled up in a skirt. Santa Claus of the hood, I pull up with the work. They call me East Atlanta Santa, run up on me, get murked. I'm just trapping through the snow, selling 9 heifer bricks and 4 waves. Over the hills we go, got an extendo and an 8. I'm a neighborhood philanthropist, I'm selling bills of
DC, man, I gotta hop into this. There's some big things that came out. James Gunn, he pretty much cleaning house. Starting off with Henry Cavill as far as Superman. My man is gone. He's done. It's out of here. Anybody seen the cameo in Black Adam?
I mean, but was he even interesting? Was he? A lot of people.
I would say a lot of people loved just his iteration and just didn't feel like he Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers fucked over Henry Cavill by just putting him on the shelf for so long, and now I feel bad for Henry, but at the same time, when you're trying to build when you're sitting there saying I want to make a 10-year plan, you can't build that with Henry Cavill. As much as he looks like him, and it's gonna be hard to replace somebody that has that same kind of characteristics as Superman and stuff like that, that looks like a spitting image of it. You gotta have to take that risk and just say, hey, because by the time we get another Superman movie, Henry Cavill's gonna be well into his 40s, in his mid 40s. So it's
ain't James Gunn going for a younger version as far as what he doing with the newer Superman, because he supposed to be doing the new one and he writing it. I don't know if he directing it, but I know he's gonna be writing it.
Yeah, he's just writing it. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going for younger, you could try to get someone around Tyler Hoechlin's age who plays
Superman. Talking about the Lois and Clark show?
Yeah. Around hit, I think it's Clark and Lois or something like that.
Lois and Superman Lois.
Yeah, Superman and Lois. Yeah. Some around his age, or giving the same look but younger.
Yeah, I was thinking 25 to 30. You would want to get in that age range because you don't want to go too young. You don't want no baby.
Yeah.
Justice League and stuff like that.
And if so,
and he did say this is not going to be an older story, as far as I know.
And if trying to go younger, if trying to tie it, well, not even try to tie it back, but at least someone who's familiar with the guy who is currently playing Superman on TV, you can go and try to audition the guys who have played him, a younger version of him on Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. Titans is done, so who's to say they won't pick up the dude that played Superboy in that to play Superman? Just give him some material to work with, get his acting chops up there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what he's going to end up doing. Or you might just get a completely... Because with Warner Brothers, they always like to stay in-house. So you got to kind of think of, who are the male characters that play on, something like Euphoria or something like that. Because they usually, they always usually stay in-house for, a lot of the Warner Brothers stuff and whatnot.
And if they stay in-house, they might try to go back and find someone based off of, their shows they had. But, the younger guys...
I don't know if they're going to do none of that. I think James Gunn has a lot more control than Warner Brothers as far as what he's going to do, because Warner Brothers don't want to fail. They want to let him do what he's doing, and him and Peter. I think he's going to completely revamp everything. I think he is. I think he's going younger because he wants to start to do something what Marvel did. Well, not similar to what Marvel did, but as far as the whole connection and
at least having
everything coming together as far as the universe. Yeah.
Having a strong foundation, getting a Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, right, and then going off to do other things. And
he would start with Superman, I would think, to lead it.
And which I would think that would come out by 2025.
And see, if you did that with Henry Cavill, man, this nigga he do what he do as far as keeping himself together, but nah.
Yeah.
But I mean, now
there's too much of that connection to Zack Snyder's universe. It's just too much there.
But for Henry, it might be a good thing because there's always been rumors swirling around of tapping him to play someone in the Marvel universe.
I seen where James Gunn said that he could still bring him back for other projects, playing somebody else, playing a different DC character, maybe.
But if I'm Henry, I'd get away from the franchise shit. That seems like just to be like
I think he's
killing his career before he even gets started. Like every franchise that he tries to start off with, it ends up just like going left. But that would be a great win for Marvel because they definitely could fit him in there. But I just like if I'm Henry, I'd just get away from the franchises, unless if it's like something like James Bond, which I could definitely see him playing up on, or they'll probably or just go the indie route, bro. Like there's nothing wrong with just going the indie route.
This is true. I mean, it depends on like.
I heard he's supposed to be doing something like a Warhammer or something.
Yeah.
It depends on what his agent is sending him out on, and like what auditions are coming his way.
Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of people said. Like he needs to fire his agency because his agency be setting him up for failure. So,
I mean, don't he got the same agency The Rock got? So it's like
that's right. That's probably what I'm saying.
Do it first, and then we'll get to you.
Yeah, because they killed off Black Adam shit, so they don't even want The Rock doing shit. So it's like
that shit is done.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna see The Rock come back as Black Adam or a superhero.
But people calling for James Gunn to get fired is ridiculous, bro. He's just doing his job. Like, what I'm saying, people,
like 10% or 9% people,
and you have nobody else to blame but the old regime and just Zack Snyder and just everybody a part of that because a lot of them were dragging asses. Just didn't know what the fuck they were doing with these comic book properties. James Gunn knows what he's doing. Yeah. Now, granted, yes, we should wait to see. We should see like what he's going to actually bring to the table before we start to praise him. But I was just like, I'm looking at his track record with just the comic book shit, and he's done a really good job with that. That's all I'm looking at. Like,
Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker with John Cena, like
the Suicide Squad. He came back
like this.
He came back and made a more likable Suicide Squad movie where that could have just derailed. Yeah, this could have derailed his whole entire like him becoming the. But I couldn't see nobody else because like if it wasn't James Gunn, it'd just be another corporate motherfucker. Even though James Gunn is corporate, but I feel like he's a good balance of where like we're gonna get like he's gonna listen to the fans. You know what I'm saying? Other than and he's being very transparent where like it takes years for the old Warner Brothers to even like acknowledge it, or they don't even acknowledge stuff. They let things build up, and then now we're at the place we're at now where everybody's completely just saying FDC or just restore the Snyderverse and all this stuff, and it's just chaotic. I know it's long-winded, but
and it possibly could have hurt what Black Adam was trying to do. Even though the movie didn't have the best dialogue, it still was, to me, wasn't a bad movie.
No, it was just what The Rock was doing behind the scenes. It was what The Rock was doing behind the scenes that kind of messed up the movie. And I think they shouldn't even put Henry Cavill in that end credit scene. They should have just stuck to that summer release date. They would have had a better box office.
The Rock should have shut up.
Yeah.
He's like, shut up. Don't say nothing. That movie possibly would have got bigger if people would have went in there and got surprised by that cameo and be like, oh, go back and forth. Like, oh, did you see the cameo? You ain't see the cameo?
Right. Let the people see it and let word of mouth let people know, like, yo, Henry Cavill back.
Well, not technically now. Speaking of, though, Ben Affleck, I heard James Gunn is wanting to bring him in to actually direct a DC movie, which is actually exciting more than him. Man, to me.
He said no.
I'm good. I like him directing movies. I'm a fan of The Town. I don't know if y'all ever seen The Town with the robbery movie or whatever that he directed.
That's a good
movie before he. Yes, I feel like he's very much a good director. He already been wanting to direct the movie as far as when he was doing the Batman. So outside of him actually acting in it, I feel like he'll do something good with a DC property. Do it need to be dark? I don't know. But outside of Superman, we also got news that the Black Superman movie is still supposed to be being made.
Good.
Yeah, I was like,
now I don't know if this is gonna be the original Black Superman that's in the comics, or it gotta be.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those two. It's either gonna be Calvin. It's gonna be either Calvin or what's the other guy? I'd rather the other one. I don't want Calvin. I'd rather the other one that's Val-Zod.
That's matter of fact, you got me wrong. Val-Zod is the one I know. I don't know Superman.
We already got a Black Superman that was created before both of them. Icon. We need him.
Yeah, that's
Black Superman.
Yeah, from the Miles comics.
Yeah.
No, from the Miles comics, he's like the static shocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come from the Miles comics.
I'm pretty sure we're not about to get that no more. Well, not right now. I'm pretty sure James Gunn gonna still try to do something.
Yeah, we're not getting right now.
Away.
I just do it, Mr. Terrific.
That Static movie probably won't be happening after it gets to like the 10th year, but I can wait. I can do the wait.
And the thing about it is, it's going to be connected to the main universe too. But this Black Superman movie, let me know if y'all still want to see this and what or how they gonna do this, being that James Gunn is wanting to connect everything together. And if he is still wanting to do this, I'm guessing this is going to be connected to the main universe.
I still think they'll have like Elseworld stories and stuff like that. Like you'll have the Jokers, you have the Batman and stuff like that, and then eventually they'll all cross together and stuff like that. Because that's what he wants to do, is have a connected universe between TV, movies, video games, and animation and stuff. So
then, like we got to play the games just to make sure we keep up.
I think for certain things, I don't think the games will be too major. Like I think as far as just like you would have to probably watch like the animated stuff or just the TV shows, and movies, and video games will just give you extra reward and stuff like that. Yes.
Kind of like what Marvel is doing.
Sort of, yeah.
Well,
they got a bunch of other.
James Gunn does supposed to have some news coming in January, if I'm not mistaken, for the DC Slate, him and Peter, as far as what the things that they are working on and got coming up. And that's going to be exciting, definitely, to see what they got coming.
They shouldn't even call it a slate.
You
already know they shouldn't even call it a slate because that's a curse. That's a curse for them, bro. Anytime they put out a slate, that shit always fluctuates.
Just call it a
timeline.
You know, a roadmap. I'll call it a
roadmap.
slate.
Yeah, that's better. Roadmap is better. Be like, this is where we want to go. We'll see how shit plays out if we get there. You know,
because at most in January they should at least tell us what the first 5 movies are, and that's it. First 5 movies. We don't need nothing else. Tell us the first 5 movies.
Yeah, just announce a Superman movie, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern, Flash. Just get the because I've seen the new logo and I feel like that's what they're going to announce, like the first 6, characters they want to do.
They just got to tweak the colors.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the rest of the movies, though, like the Aquaman, Shazam, and whatever. Or are they going to connect?
They done. They done after this. After these movies, they done. They probably gonna reboot them and stuff like that, but they done.
So Ezra Miller, he done as Flash. You know, he's still gonna be running from the police, but not as Flash.
I would get for his replacement. I'd get Joseph Quinn.
Run, bitch, run!
I'd get the dude that played Eddie Munson to play the Flash. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, he'd be good. I would be okay with that. He just dye his hair red, ginger color. He'll be good. He was fine.
More verses.
One of the other things too, before I get off of this, Batman. I think that's a very important thing as far as the whole connected universe. I already seen where James Gunn said, no, we're not trying to bring in Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves universe. That's their own thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he would just completely leave Batman alone for a while and just do other things.
Nah, they still gonna do Bat because Zaza did say
that's outside of Matt Reeves.
Yeah, they're gonna do 2 Batman. There's gonna be Mask Batman, and it's gonna be the main universe Batman. It's gonna be two Batman. They're not just doing one.
And then
It's like this Black Superman movie. I guarantee you this: that Black Superman movie is gonna take place in a separate universe, like Batman and the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be in the main.
How you gonna do that if you're trying to connect everything though?
Because
because that Superman he's doing, real quick, that Superman he's doing takes place in a different universe. So putting that Superman in the main universe doesn't even make any sense to do.
So eventually it'll be something like, you know, whether you watch like the shows that were on the CW, when who am I thinking of? Whoever it was, when the worlds started to collide with them.
Crisis.
You talking about the Infinite Crisis?
Yeah, I think it was Infinite. It was one of them damn crises. I tell you that. It was one of the crises. Yeah, I know it wasn't the one with the Nazis. I know it wasn't that one. But that's when we got a
you talking about that last one, right?
Yeah, that's when they
Crisis.
The last one where there was jumping from they were like tying in the different shows that were on like the CW back in the day. So they ended up tying Smallville into, you know, the current DC shows we had on now, because you had their current Lex hop to Smallville to try to take out, you know, Clark. But at that point, Clark had given up his powers to just be a father and everything. So it could be something like that.
Yeah, I can see them doing that because, like, building and them saying that, like, we could probably use Henry Cavill somewhere down the line. Mm-hmm. You know, they come in, he could be a more older, kind of like that more Kingdom Come type of. That's probably what they want to. He's probably saving Henry Cavill for, is to let him gray out his hair a little bit and stuff like that, so he can come in this.
It kind of sounds like what they did with Tom Welling from Smallville when they brought him into Crisis on Infinity Earth.
Mm.
That's the same.
Like
thing.
I said, like they could just do a better version though. Like I'm just saying, as far as just having an actual budget around there and just, you know what I'm saying, do it right this time.
Definitely, man. Let me know. DC Slate. Are we looking forward to James Gunn and his vision? I am. I want to know what you guys are coming. Green Lantern. Will we get any news with that too?
I want to see what happens with it, because I mean, like I said, they could possibly do what they did with Crisis, because we saw them tie in Smallville. We saw them tie in the Superman that nobody actually liked. Y'all know which one I'm talking about.
Which one? Tony said he agreed that.
If you ever, if you see Legends of Tomorrow, the guy who played Ray, he played Superman before he ever.
Oh yeah, I liked him as Superman, but he was in a trash movie.
It was. That's why I was like the one they don't like. So they tied his character in there, and he was another Superman. It wasn't the character he played. What? Wait, what was that? I hope they didn't cancel that.
Nah,
cancel what?
But y'all, I'm gonna get to it. Let me know how y'all feeling as far as the DC slate. James Gunn, Peter, the new vision they got coming as far as the upcoming DC movies. Henry Cavill knocking Superman, getting a younger Superman, and James Gunn, a newer Superman movie that he is coming soon, and the Blue Man we still supposed to be getting. I'm not sure if Michael B. Jordan gonna be connected to this, because I know he supposed to have something to do with this too. But y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this.
I'm excited though. It's exciting because it's like we're gonna get fresh characters, you know, that gives them opportunity for new actors and actresses to come in, and you know what I'm saying. I'm tired of seeing, you know, I'm tired of the Snyder stuff.
And whether you like Marvel or not, I feel like it's gonna be another exciting thing to see two universes actually coming to working now. As far as DC having its own universe now, and Marvel still doing what it's doing, and being able to see two of them actually working now. As far as DC.
Yeah, and I feel like if however this plays out in the next 5 years, it should be really interesting now, because now you're gonna see where Marvel's at without all their A players, and you know, see where DC's at with now their newer universe and stuff like that.
Yeah, you definitely gonna see a Marvel shakeup after Phase 4. So that's the thing too, is important.
Well, because now they gotta, after Phase 4, I think they are going to try to start to work in the people we've been waiting to see.
Blade.
I'm still waiting on where the X-Men at. Come on now.
We won't get the MCU X-Men until we won't get them to like phase 7, but we'll probably get the Fox X-Men and stuff in like Secret Wars and stuff like that.
And
we already get more
because Ransom, the contract for the X-Men for them to use new actors, that contract doesn't end until 2026. So they can't even cast new X-Men until 2026.
That is disrespectful. I don't want to see Anna as Rogue again. Come on, get somebody new. She tired.
See how they did Patrick Swayze.
She's tired. Okay. That's Patrick Stewart, not Patrick Swayze.
My bad. You're right. Damn, I said Patrick Swayze. Patrick
Anna
Stewart.
tired.
Rest in peace to Patrick Swayze, by the way. Rest in peace to Patrick Swayze.
Anna tired.
Hey, I was watching Point Blank today, I think. The movie with him and Keanu Reeves. Niggas dressing up like the president's robbing people. But
we definitely gonna get some race swaps with these new X-Men though.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Because when they did the fan art with Keke Palmer as Rogue, I said, now see, I'm gonna need y'all to speed this along.
We about to get Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, Professor X going in
well, she was supposed to be
Magneto.
Well, originally they wanted, based off what I've been like learning about different stuff, Rogue initially was supposed to be black, but they didn't know how to put that in a comic book. So they took the aspects from her and made her a palm-colored lady. So I'm looking for the switch up.
Definitely let me know though. DC Slate, new things coming from James Gunn. Another thing.